Right guys, so onto the paper mache. Basically I'm going to do it all along the fence line and that fence line as well, and then we'll see if we can get the lane done. I'm not sure if we can yet, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be getting on with now. The paper mache mix is just simply a bit of PVA glue and a bit of warm water. Mix it up, there you go, you got it. And I'm just going to get some toilet paper and we'll use that to lay down, try and get the structure right. It'll dry, rock solid, and then there you go, paint on it, whatever. So yeah, we'll get on with that, do a little time lapse. Right guys, so that's the paper mache done. You should have just seen a couple of time lapses there of me laying it down. So yeah, it's now done now. Just a couple of tips. I'd make sure that all these edges here are all pressed down, so they're all nice and flush to the surface. Otherwise, they're gonna dry, and then you're gonna be able to. Then they're just gonna fall off basically if they're not stuck down properly like that. Just grab a couple of areas that I might have missed here and stuff like that on there. So, and the next point is you'll know if you've got enough PVA glue in there. If after you've taken your hands out of the mix and you pick up your toilet paper, you'll know if your hand's just slightly sticking to it, then you'll know that you've got enough PVA glue. And you can see that because I've wiped this down. If it was water, it would be gone, but you can see the PVA glue is still there, drying, as you can see. So yeah, you've got just a nice little sort of texture to the verge now. It just brings out that level of detail that you really want. It just brings out like the depth as well. You may be able to see I did start a little bit on the lane here, just to use up as much PVA as I can, because I've got pretty low supply on it at the moment. So obviously tractor drives down these tracks here, and then you've got the little bit in the middle where the wheels don't come. So yeah, that's looking good. And then the hedges will sit on top of, sorry about that, hedges will sit on top of this side here. So that's the bottom there, and then your hedge will just sit on top like that, as you can see. So yeah, that's about it guys. I have left out these little bits here because I'm not sure how big the gates I'm going to order are. So I'm going to order them off Holly Love Toys, probably 12 or 14 foot I'd imagine. We should do the job, so I'll order them soon, hopefully. And yeah, so yeah, we'll move on to the next part of the episode. So basically what's happened since last time, not too much, but obviously quite a lot's changed around this area here. So we'll just go through what's going to happen this episode and what you can expect to see basically. I've got a lot of stuff jumbled around the yard, so please excuse that. So in there we've got a bit of cardboard, as you can see, and that is for the slats in the cattle shed. So that's going to be a cattle area in there. So I need to paint that. I've got all the paint that I need now, so I can just paint that grey and then paint the slats in, and then we'll have a nice little cattle shed in there. So that's what needs to happen there. Not sure if that will happen this episode, hopefully it will. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And then this area here, also the concrete here, needs to be painted in front of the clamp. Now you can see the clamp's been painted and it looks real nice. Got some grey in the red posts as well. So I'm really happy with how the clamp's looking. So we just need to paint the concrete in now, and we might do a bit of silage staining on the walls as well, just to make it look a bit more realistic. And then it'll be grand. I've painted it since that video, painted it a green base colour, and then this bit I have started to scenic up here, as you can see. Bit of a mistake, so still need to paint this. but I was just seeing how it went, and it looks pretty damn good, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just waiting on some fencing to arrive from my mate. Should be here in time for this episode. And so yeah, we got all of that to do. PVA it up, so I get all the scenics on. Now I have just been experimenting with the lane here. I've put a little bit of brown paint down just to see what I kind of like the look of. But I am waiting on gates to properly start this area here, because I don't want to be making the hedge too short in for the big gates that I want. I don't want to be, how the track would sort of swerve off like that as they go into the gate, so I don't want to get anything solid started on that before I receive my gates. So I need to order up a couple of, I think I'll go for 15-foot gates of Hollyloft toys, and they should work great. So yeah, we have done a little bit in the middle here, because obviously you have a slight raise in the lane where the tyre tracks do not come on, so it doesn't get worn like the rest of it. So that's that there. I've just done a little bit of painting on there, and I have also made some tyre imprint on that just to make it look a little bit more realistic. So yeah, that's that bit that we can do for the moment. I need to put a gate down there. As you can see, you've got a fence post there, the big one, and a gate here as well to the grass field. So last thing we can do, really, I mean, I could paint the wall, you might see that, but I might wait till our next episode to start that. I've got 3 hedges here, and I just want to pop them on top of the verge on here. Now, doing the verge underneath rather than just sticking it on the ground makes it look a little bit more realistic, and also raises the hedge up slightly, because as you can see, they're not very big hedges, and you would have quite high hedges in the lane, so that just gives them a couple of more centimetres of height, makes it look a little bit more realistic. So yeah, all good stuff, really. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I am planning on painting this fence post, by the way. I was contemplating it, but as you can see, when I was painting the base coat, I got a load of green on them, so I'm gonna have to paint them now, which is not that bad of a thing. So I'll show you some stuff on that. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Probably just be a few time lapses, maybe a little bit of me explaining what I'm doing, of what we're going to be going on with the fencing. So yeah, enjoy the video, and thanks for all the support again, and yeah, see you in the next one. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to stick this grass, like this, in this corner here, onto the verge. So it's pretty simple, really. Just get your old nasty paintbrush, dip it in some PVA, make sure you don't spill it everywhere because it's a pain in the arse to remove from stuff. So just make sure it takes forever for it to stop dripping, and just come along, wipe it along the area you want. Don't need massive blobs with it because it'll stick pretty well, so just a thin coat will do the job. As you can see, make sure you try and spread it out so you don't get little lumps without any. That's the one. Right, so once you got it vaguely like that, you can grab some, I've got some just grass tufts and stuff, not like the grass I put in the field, just some sort of longer looking grass. You can just grab a little fingerful and just sort of sprinkle it on, as you can see, like that, just delicately, just popping it on like that, and then come along with a little bit of lighter grass as well, sprinkle a bit of that on as well, just to obviously get your variation in. Variation is key with these things. And just come along a little tough and just stick bits on as well. Take your time with these, no need to rush, just get it how you want it looking, that's the most important thing. And try to keep any off the concrete, because I shouldn't really be doing this before, I put my concrete paint on, but oh well. You win some, you lose some. So we'll just finish off these few little bits down here. There's a little blob there it could do. There we are, that's the one. Try and keep it off my arable field as well. So I'm going to need to collect some more mud and get the arable field going as well. We'll just pop up a few bits on these missed bits that I did last night as well. So there you go. Got your verge looking good now. As you can see. Need to sort on that bit there, as you can see. Just make sure those little bare patches got something there just to make them look just that little bit more realistic. But yeah, other than that, it's looking pretty well, I'd say. Make sure you only do the side of the hedge that you don't want to be seen, of course, because otherwise you're going to end up having one of the bottom sides shown, and that might not look the best. So just make sure that you do the bottom side, and all it needs is about that, I'd say, and it should be fine. There we go, and we'll just pop him on like so. Make sure he's positioned how you want him, sorry. Yeah, that's pretty good there, I'd say. Maybe a little bit further along. That's the one. Perfect. Right. He should dry there with his own weight. No need to put anything on top. We'll just pop on with the next ones. Right, everyone, so it's been a while since I've last recorded. Basically just been cracking on a lot. As you can see, probably see now, a lot of stuff's been happening. So basically, what I've done since I've been off, it's just been about a week or so since I've recorded last. Basically, I've just done a lot of work around this area here. So we'll start off, I'll just move this sort of rubbish that I've just dropped here for a bit of realism. Just move this stuff out of the way. As you can see, I've got a load of sort of grass tufts, a bit of grass along here. I do need to add in a little bit of paint just to realistic that up a bit. But this area is basically just an area which doesn't get run over by the tractors a lot, because when they're backing the clamp, obviously they're coming through, backing in down in here. So this area here doesn't get used a lot, so the plan is to have sort of a little scrap area here. So the grass is just overgrown a bit on the concrete out of the verge. As you can probably also see, we've got some fencing in. Just want to say thank you to Model Farmer 7530. You may know him as, got a YouTube channel. So go check him out, little shout out there. But he's supplied me with this fence in here, and that's looking really good all the way around. I also painted the fence posts a darker colour, and that matches the fence posts that we have on our real life farm, because they're dipped in a special solution so they don't weather too quickly and they survive a bit longer. I think they last around 10 years, I think 15 years, 20 years, something like that. So yeah, proper nice quality fence posts there. Obviously got the verging all the way along as well. That's all stuck down. And yeah, it's all looking very good, very realistic. I've got a little bit of sort of stuff done in here, just a few little bits to realistic it up a bit, and the clamp there, just got a few bits in there as well. So that's going to be pretty much it for this episode. Actually, stay tuned. We'll finish off the verging on the hedge line here. The hedge is all stuck down, by the way, and I think we might paint a diesel tank, or that might be next episode. We'll just have to see. So yeah, see you in the next clip.